out in which Tommy Morrison wants to get in the round, get in the ring, get out.
He hit so hard, even Mike Tyson refused to fight him.
You need to go downstairs for that shot.
For nearly a decade, Tommy the Duke Morrison terrorized opponents with a single thought: end it fast, end it clean.
Left hand down goes Tiller.
Across America, rings became battlefields, and every fight left bodies crumpled, referees stunned, and crowds gasping. Tonight, we pull back the curtain and step into the world of a fighter who didn't wait for the knockout. He forced it. From lightning-fast first-round finishes
Now there's the uppercut from Morrison.
to the moments that made him untouchable. This is the story of how Tommy Morrison turned fear into a weapon, and why every opponent entered round one with one question: will I even survive?
There's a left hand. Jake goes down and probably out.
Tommy Morrison walked into Tokyo with something to prove. The world was watching, and the rules were strict. Marcus Rode looked ready, confident, calm.
About a month that he could be sharp for 2-3 rounds and be it. After that would have to fight on his I have only one way to fight. It's also part of his closure with Bach for him to do this.
Morrison fired a right hand that felt like it had bad intentions. Rode hit the canvas once,
Oh, well, he didn't need to go downstairs for that shot.
then twice, then again.
Morrison going for it, and I think Tommy Morrison will end this one. That's the work of Keith Herring, who's
Subscribe and don't miss a punch.
body fighting with what Tommy Morrison is going through. This fight is over, and Garza is donating his.
Round one didn't feel like boxing. It felt like eviction notice, and Morrison delivered it personally. Tillis thought his height and skill would make him untouchable. Morrison had other plans. Stepping inside, landing hooks and straight rights like guided missiles.
Gotten better and better as he's moved ahead in the pro.
Still trying to really get himself back in. Good left hand down goes Tiller.
I think he's shocked that he got nailed with that punch.
Right hand gets there also, and incidentally, the setup on body shot. Left hand. Tillis is in trouble.
It's a very small. There is nowhere for Tillis to go.
And a cushion again by Morrison. A left and a right behind it. An uppercut. And down goes Tiller.
If you love knockouts like this, hit subscribe and never miss the next fight.
Is that he's been very patient.
Very good effort, but wondering if Tillis is. Well, there it is.
That's it.
Round one ends in TKO. The veteran overwhelmed in seconds. The crowd erupts at Morrison's dominance. Even seasoned pros can't outrun the Duke's fists.
There it is.
That's it.
The ring welcomed a mountain of muscle, but Morrison had the map. Footwork, angles, and snapping combinations dismantled Tillman quickly.
Big comparisons with upper body. The right hand by only the one loss. Whenever he faces a second echelon heavyweight like Till, get within range, and there's that first strong left hook landing by Morrison. Tillman cannot be good left to the body. Good left hook on wobbly legs. Another left to the body.
Round one, a sequence of hooks and rights, and it's over. Size bowed to speed and timing. Giant or not, the Duke writes his own rules. Tommy Morrison was 22, undefeated, and hunting early finishes. Mijangos was the veteran, tough, experienced, supposed to last a few rounds.
Vladislav Mijangos we have seen before. To say he's a trial horse is being kind.
He is your basic journeyman. If he doesn't lose to them, well,
As I said,
he will lose.
That plan ended the moment Morrison's right hand landed. One clean shot changed the temperature instantly.
Morrison wants to get in the round, get in the ring, get out. Many great competitive matches recently. This one any better, but we have had a lot of them.
Tommy just wanted the in, of course.
Morrison poured on punches like he was late for something. At 140, the referee stepped in, and round one packed its bags early.
Morrison can pretty much just walk in and throw that hook, and he does have a devastating left hook.
Well, that's it. 3 knockdowns in a minute and 40 seconds.
Thomas entered proud, shoulders back, career highlights in mind. Morrison didn't care about history. He only measured distance with fists. A few straight rights and hooks later, Thomas's game plan evaporated faster than ice in the sun.
Morrison's last fight against Henry quickly in the first. That was the biggest name he has faced. On the pressure, Thomas.
That is over his right nasty cut.
Just starting some big blows, and there's that wicked punch right home. He has a couple of things. His left and his right.
And these two men are fighting in a 16.
Staying right in the middle of it. He's heard it before. People saying, well, Mike Tyson heard the same thing. Now, steps back to point his shots.
Thomas has to get back to that left jab. He come out the front part of the fight. He is stunned. This is what happens to fighters when they lose that competitive edge.
This fight is
Smash subscribe before the next fight starts.
coming down to 10 seconds. We'll pause for a word. It is over. Pinklon Thomas.
He waved the white flag after round one, career shaken. Youth, power, and timing. The Duke's recipe for unavoidable chaos.
And for Tommy Morrison.
Vegas crowd, young prospect, 6 rounds scheduled. Tommy Morrison had other plans.
Yeah, it could be back again. Unable to really train like he wanted for this to train anyway. I think it's obvious he's not in tip-top condition.
An AC in 18 fights. Nice. There's left foot.
And for those of you that have seen...
He took the center of the ring like he paid rent there. A sharp jab opened the door.
Yeah, we'll see.
Down to one knee from a right hand. Long way to go in this round.
Do not go get us...
The right hand slammed it shut. AC barely had time to react before punches started stacking up.
He's not laying down. He's landing. Oh, my. That should be it.
That was a left hand.
One clean right hand changed everything, and the referee ended the lesson early.
The betting man, I'd say, yes, there it goes.
So much for that.
6 rounds were scheduled. Morrison showed up with a 1-round mindset. He snapped the jab, stepped in, and fired a right hand that changed everything.
The movie star, just within the last couple of weeks, he pulls his way to his protege, and here he is in real life, and he lands a left and has the opponent protecting himself from trying the ropes.
And this is where Harry Terrell does not want to be. Jab a little bit more.
There's a left hook, and down goes Terrell.
Terrell got up once, but Morrison didn't give him a second chance to settle.
First round, he's got 43 seconds to do it.
Again, Morrison looking for the uppercut. He used it effectively earlier. He's also getting blocked by that Morrison left hand. But you know what? Harry Terrell has read the nose of Morrison. He's landing some punches.
A hurry at 227 pounds.
The finish came seconds before the bell, like Morrison wanted to beat the clock too. David Jacko had fought giants before. He thought he knew what heavy hands felt like. Then Morrison exploded off the bell like he was late for a train.
Sitting around the pool this morning, I think.
Yeah. For Morrison, he's a lefty, and now have to face a right-hander.
There's a left hand. Jacko's down and probably out.
One violent punch landed clean. No buildup, no warning. 37 seconds later, experience meant nothing.
Morrison cranks up the left hook.
The bell rang. Morrison didn't wait. He walked straight to center ring like he owned the building.
Down goes Ennis. Chance to say when we spoke with Rick Ennis this morning, he said, I got to stay away from that left hook.
Rick Ennis tried to circle out, but the space kept shrinking.
And trading punches with him.
To say 13 knockouts in 15 fights will attest to that, but he's another one of those guys. He wants to get quicker, he wants to get stronger, but he feels those are all things that can be taught. None of those things are
A stiff right hand landed clean and froze him. Morrison smelled it instantly. Hook, cross, short burst on the ropes.
Back under him now, but he was really rocked with the left hook. There's an uppercut, and that's probably going to be it. Go.
One more knockout and it's over. That's it.
well.
Midway through the round, the referee stepped in. Another round one erased.
The left-handed puncher and clubbed him with a...
Morrison walked forward with calm confidence and started breaking space. One sharp combination pushed Evans into retreat. Another sealed it. By the time fans settled into their seats, round one was already history.
Tommy Morrison impresses the Detroit fans.
1989 Kansas City. Tommy Morrison was 18-0 and building a reputation the hard way. Charles Hostetter stepped in with experience. Morrison stepped in with pressure. A heavy punch landed early, and the tone changed instantly. Round one didn't last long. Morrison treated it like a formality.
First round knockout victim of Tommy Morrison.
Allen Jamison barely touched center ring before pressure found him. Morrison didn't circle, he advanced. A heavy right hand crashed through the guard. Seconds later, punches stacked up on the ropes. The referee stepped in, and round one disappeared again. Morrison walked out like he had dinner plans. Adams tried to circle away. Morrison cut him off like a shortcut. One sharp right hand changed the mood instantly. Moments later, the referee stepped in. Round one was over before it even introduced itself. Morrison stepped in calmly, measured the distance, and fired a stiff jab. Foley dropped like he'd been unplugged. Round one ended because of a punch most fighters use to say hello. August 1989. Morrison was stacking knockouts like trophies.
Gone against Morrison has been the fourth round.
Whoa, there he goes.
And this and early.
Mike McGrady tried to circle early. Morrison cut the ring like a hunter closing distance.
Appears to be headed for an early departure.
He doesn't have to worry about
A stiff jab measured him once. The right hand answered loud. McGrady hit the floor, and round one lost another battle.
Combination.
so that any combination thereof, and he's gone. There he is, gone. That's the first round.
It is all over.
Tommy Morrison didn't just fight. He made a statement every time he stepped into the ring. Which fight shocked you the most? Comment below and let us know. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss the next knockout story.